So obviously I made a video talking about Remembrance Day because it's Remembrance Day today. So I was on my first job. So I have to write down dates and stuff. So I started writing down the date. I had to check what day it was. So I looked on my tablet. Obviously there's a date and a time. I'm like, oh shit, it's the 11th of the 11th. It's Remembrance Day today. And I really sat there and thought to myself, well, I stood up and I thought to myself, I wonder how many British people, or just people, when I say British people, I mean like English people, but just people in Britain in general. Now, I don't expect any foreign people or, you know, people who are born in this country like me, who's a minority and that to really care that much. But just, I was just thinking, I wonder who and how many people are actually like, was going to give a minute's silence. So at the time, it was about 9:30 when I checked the time and the date. And that's when I thought about it. And I thought to myself, like, obviously, I don't really know about Remembrance. I don't have much knowledge about Remembrance Day. I don't know exactly what it's about. But I know and remember in school, we used to have a 1 minute of silence at 11 o'clock on the 11th of the 11th. Just to remember whoever, whatever's happened to people, whatever, really. And I was just thinking to myself, imagine being one of those people that risked your life for this country, potentially, because like I said, I don't know what Remembrance Day is truly about, can't remember. But imagine being one of those people who risked your life for this country, for then your great-grandchildren's generation to not give a fuck, cannot even be bothered to give you that 60 seconds, that 1 minute of remembrance. Imagine that. And then obviously in the video, I went on to say there was one time I was chatting to Nadia, and obviously she's half Polish, and I was saying that, like, imagine, yeah, imagine, because obviously her country was taken over by like Germany and Russia a long time ago. So at some point, Poland didn't never exist, but they had to fight to get it back. And I said, imagine if there was like a Polish tradition where when you get up in the morning, you have to sit on your bed just for 1 minute, just to appreciate the fact that you are a Polish citizen, you have nationality, and your forefathers fought for this country. Imagine there would be some people that would wake up in the morning and say, fuck it, I can't be bothered to sit down for a minute. And imagine the man then did risk their lives to fight for this country, fight for this land, fight for you to be able to call yourself a Polish national, and you can't even be bothered to sit down on the side of your bed for a minute in the comfort of your own house, where it's pretty much safe inside and outside. So for reasons like that, this is why I would never fight in no war, because I'm not going to risk my life for people 2 generations after me to not even give a shit. Like I've said in previous videos before, when they were talking about trying to draft us and for the Russian war or whatever, you're not, they will have to come find my ass, blood. I'll go on a missing list. Yeah, I'll be doing live streams from a fucking cave. I'm not, they would have to be dragged, they would have to drag me to the front line. I'm not fighting in no damn war. Because what's going to happen is, I will fight in the war, maybe lose my life. In 5-10 years' time, my little sister who's 13 years old, in 5-10 years' time, which is potentially 18 or 23 years old, she's going to be out of her brethrens and that. And she's going to say, do you know what, yeah, my brother, he died in the war, you know, like he fought for this country. And the friend's going to say, that's really sad, you know. So what do you want to eat? Burger King or Nando's? She's not going to give a fuck, blood. So why the fuck am I going to risk my life for some chiefy people 2 generations after me to not give a fuck? For them to not even, so hold on, you're going to risk your life for men and women, for them in 2 generations to start identifying as pots and pans and packets of biscuits and bananas. Nah, blood. No way. No fucking way, blood. I'm not risking my life for that. Even in Ukraine, the girl, not all, obviously it was only 2 or 3, but they were twerking on the dead soldiers' graves. The man, they risked their life so that you can still be known as a Ukrainian and be under Ukrainian rule instead of being taken over by Russia. For you to go and twerk on man's grave. Fuck that. In the last live stream, I was saying that there's this video that I still need to react to. I still ain't done it yet, where some Chinese woman is getting robbed by some black youth at the ATM. Press 1 if you've seen that video. And obviously, if I was there, it would be hard not to get involved and intervene. And then I just thought to myself, under what circumstances would this Chinese woman ever help me? Like, if I was stuck at the side of a road on the motorway with my thumb out, if I was standing there on my own, she would not stop. If I was standing there with my children, she would not stop. Okay, let's say yeah, she thought, you know what, it's best to not stop for strangers and that, just in case. Okay, let's say I was at a petrol station and I needed £10 petrol and I had no money on me. Would she give me the £10? No. Let's say I risked my life to stop this woman from getting robbed. Let's say I got stabbed and I died. Will she turn up to my funeral in 3 months' time? I don't think so. I doubt it. Let's say I risked my life and my freedom and I ended up hitting the youth and something mad happened to him and I ended up in prison for 3 years. Will she come to visit me? No. Will she put money on my books? No. So why the fuck am I helping someone I don't know? Nah, fuck that, blood. I don't give a fuck. I'm selfish. I think about myself. If it was a little child, that's different. But adults, nah. I don't give a fuck, blood. I don't care. Yeah, I might feel like an idiot at the time for not rising up and activating and that. But you know what? Fuck what? I don't give a damn. Don't care. That's how you gotta think. I spoke about this many times about I don't give a fuck about any of my female family members. They get smacked up by their boyfriends, then you got smacked up by your boyfriend. Don't even phone me. If it happens in front of me, that's different. They're disrespecting me. So obviously I spoke about that in videos and I dropped one the other day, or I think I just re-uploaded a past video. And someone came underneath the comment section and said, you know what? My sister, I believe, my sister got beaten up by her boyfriend. So I went down there and I bottled him and he pressed charges on me. Like I said in that video, a gal will get touched up by a man. You will go down there, step on something, or you might get stepped on, but you might step on something and then the youth will press charges on you. That's not happening to me. That is not happening to me. No way. Absolutely not. Do you know what? I was supposed to respond to that video as well. Because basically, I don't know, maybe I saw it on Made You Think. It was like an upload of a podcast. Big up Made You Think. I don't know if it was Made You Think. It wasn't Made You Think's podcast or whatever, obviously. But it was an upload of a podcast. I don't know the podcast. I can vaguely remember the guy's face, a black brother still. But I'm sure Made You Think uploaded this little snippet onto Made You Think's Instagram page. And basically, this guy went to jail because someone violated a female family member. So I don't know if I doubt it was his sister. It might have been his cousin or something like that. But violated his female family member. So he offed the person. And you know what I was thinking about the other day? Yeah, like, imagine this female family member got violated and he went and he defended her honor. Imagine if that girl was a junge, like sleeping around constantly. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that is a reason for anyone to do anything to any girl. But what I'm saying is imagine defending the honor of a female family member that actually has no honor. Imagine, yeah, afterwards she was sleeping around and that. And I don't want to hear no argument or no back chat about, oh, well, you know, sometimes when these things happen to women, they go off the rails and just want to go around sleeping with everyone because they feel some mad attachment or some bullshit like that. Don't insult my intelligence. That's bullshit. But imagine that though. Imagine, yeah, defending the honor of someone who actually has no honor. Like, imagine you have a brethren that got moved to by some youths or whatever, and you got into some real serious beef. But then you actually can't come to find out this guy's actually a pussy. Like, imagine getting into serious beef and backing one of your brethren and that, and actually find out deep down this guy's a pussy. Like, Imagine really getting into a dramas and that, and then when he sees one of his enemies and that, he don't do nothing. Fuck that. Fuck that. This is the sort of mindset you gotta have. Some people are thinking some evil poison mindset. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I'm out for myself.